all of you are basically becoming more and more like Satan, right? You're becoming more and more comfortable with being lawbreakers, trespassers, offenders, right? Liars, hypocrite is the culture of the day, right? With the majority of these religious people, whether they're Muslim, Christian, or Jew, hypocrisy has become the order of the day, right? So we're talking about Easter, that one word with 2 syllables with 6 letters, right? And we understand that we find the information that's hidden right in plain sight based on the numbers that are associated to the letter. So we're talking about Easter, right? The day in which Christians say that, a man was born, right? In the book of John, chapter 3, verse 16, right? So we're talking about a happy Easter Sunday, or are we talking about a bloody Easter Sunday, right? Easter is supposed to be a day where people come to put on the garments of salvation and the robes of righteousness. It's a day where you get up early, you grand rise. Y'all get up at sunrise service, right? You get up at sunrise service in order to worship God's sun, right? Shining one, right? We're talking about the controversial subject, is Jesus Lucifer, right? We're talking about a day in which people dress up. They go into debt. They stress themselves out about putting on physical clothes to go to church. And on the following Monday, usually in the Black African American community, y'all go and y'all get the fly gear and y'all dress up. But we're talking about Resurrection Sunday. What has risen in you other than a damn devil? Right? You went down in your baptism as a dry devil and came up a wet devil, right? So we're talking about Resurrection Sunday, and are you dressed? And are you clothed in salvation? Are you actually dressed and robed in righteousness? Or are you on some fuck shit? And are you like the character in the book called Lucifer, Satan, that's wearing a mask, that's pretending, right? That transformed yourself into an angel of light. So we're talking about Easter, right? That bloody Easter Sunday, right? Deception. If you take the 1 to 26 alphabets, right, of the English language and the numbers that are attached to each alphabet, there are 26 alphabets, there are 26 numbers from 1 to 26, right? And if you take the numbers that are associated to bloody Easter Sunday, deception, you get the number 316. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. But on this Sunday, there's a conflict between those who hold, right, the 114 books as their doctrine and those who hold the 27 books as their doctrine. One said God has not begotten a son, and the other says God has begotten a son. One of them says he died on Friday and he rises on the third day, but the third day is a Monday, but the Muslims showed up on Sunday and blowed you up. So what we're talking about is that, has Lucifer infiltrated this character called Jesus? The word Jesus, we took the numbers associated to the letter and we add them up and they came to the number 74. Jesus and Lucifer, which is a reflection of the number 47. You're told to obey Jesus, but are you in fact obeying Lucifer, the shining one, right? When we take the letters, right, for Jesus is 74. When we take the information that we get from this word Easter, one word, two syllables with 6 letters. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. When we multiply 9 times 74 that we got from Lucifer and Jesus, we come up with the number 666, right? Don't believe me? Check it out. Is Jesus Lucifer? Is Jesus the shining one? When we take the numbers that are associated to the letter shining one, we get the number 114. The amount of chapters in the book called Quran that belong to the people who believe that their God has 99 attributes, right? And these are the people that were responsible, or they're going to claim responsible for the bloody Easter Sunday deception. Because in fact, if Jesus is Lucifer, then the seeds for destruction, the seeds for the bloody Sunday were sown long ago when they made up the deception, right, of the first bloody Easter Sunday 2,000 years ago, right? So we're talking about the conflict, right? The conflict between Jesus being the Son of God and not the Son of God. We're talking about heavenly bodies, right, that are known to have the title bright and morning star. We talked about Revelation 22, verse 16, and Isaiah, verse 14, verse 12, that both characters are identified as being the bright and morning star, the shining one, God's son, right? So we're talking about the information that's hidden right in plain sight. This is another New Black World Order TV Productions.